Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us here in the midst of an exciting qualifying session round Silverstone. Situation is possibly inclement weather coming in and still plenty to play for in this session, so we join on board as we start a third flying lap, currently in 7th, looking for that 6th position possibly. So let's see what we can do on this lap in the Williams. So this is round 8, I think it's round 8 of the PS3 F1 Championship, part of the Vortex Racing Leagues. Here's a little rundown of how the drivers' standings look going into this round at Silverstone. In the lead of the championship is Italian Blue on 103 points. Second is Domino on 93. Third is Richie on 84, closely followed by SS Power in 4th on 83. Then there's a bit of a gap to Tyler in 5th, who stands on 58 points. 6th is Ferrari Italia, who has only taken part in 2 races so far this year, but he's won both of them, so he's there in 6th place on 50 points. Freddie is next up on 47, Gadelho on 46, Fibes on 42, I Super Scrub on 37, and then me on 28. That makes up the regulars. So as we come around to finish this qualifying lap, so far so good. Everything is green, and we're really pushing now to try and find that 6th place. The wet weather that was forecast seems to have not hit the Northamptonshire circuit as we come across the line, and we've got it. That's a great lap, 6th place on the grid, and we're definitely happy about that. So the qualifying results: Italian Blue takes pole from Freddie in 2nd. Domino takes a good 3rd with Liam up there in 4th. Richie takes 5th, me 6th, Gadelho 7th, Fibes 8th, Tyler 9th, he might be a bit disappointed with that, Little Paul in 10th, and then SS Power at the back of the grid with a penalty. Now unfortunately Little Paul had more connection problems again, which is blighted his season so far, so sadly we lost him between the end of qualifying and the race. But as we line up on the grid, everyone's on intermediate tyres. The wet weather has hit the Northamptonshire circuit, and I tell you what, I think we're in for a good race here. So 10 cars on the grid. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the British Grand Prix is away. Good start by all. We're getting up alongside Richie. Could we possibly take 5th going into turn 1? We're using a bit of curves up alongside Richie. It's always a bit tight going into this first corner. Carl tends to understeer. Richie's lagged around the outside of us. And look at that, coming around the outside. On the other side, it's Fibes in the McLaren. A great start by Fibes in that McLaren, and he's taken one of the Caterhams as well. I think it's Domino who's run a little bit wide, struggling for grip on the outside of the loop corner. We've held our 6th position from the start, and I think pretty much everyone has got through, at the front anyway, everyone's got through the first sector pretty unscathed. So later into lap 1, and we've got a battle here going on between, I think it's Domino and Fibes, and the Caterham's taking the position there. That's a great move going into the Beckett's complex of corners. So far for me, it's good so far. Still in 6th position, and I think we've got a little bit of a gap to Richie behind. So we're cut now on to lap 5. We're keeping good pace here. Interesting little battle here between me and Fibes, and Richie a little bit further back, and at the moment everyone's going at quite a steady pace. So on to lap 7, ever so slightly just creeping up on the back of Fibes. Tyres are starting to wear away, and that's a pit stop for the McLaren. The McLaren's going in the pits, and I think several other cars are going in the pits as well. Lap 8 was the predicted pit stop time, so a couple of people taking an earlier pit stop, maybe being quite safe on the tyres. But we carry on though, and I think, yeah, this is going to give us the lead. It's a bit out of position as soon as we've not stopped yet, but we're going to lead for at least a little bit of the lap. Oh dear, the run wide. We've run wide there. Probably the tyres have gone. The tyres have definitely gone. And maybe staying out wasn't the best option. So we're coming through the Beckett's and Maggots complex. This is where you really need your grip. Oh, there's a bag full of understeer there. We've run very wide and someone's up behind us. And that's Freddie taking second place. And there's a whole gaggle of people up behind us. Oh, there's a bit of lag there with Italian Blue. That's not what we like to see at all. And two more. And Liam's gone past as well. And suddenly we've gone from first to fifth. That's really not gone well at all. And we're definitely going to have to stop at the end of lap 8. So coming into pits now. The rain still falling here at Silverstone. So we're probably going to have to stick another set of intermediate tyres on this car. Someone else behind us, I think it's Richie in the Lotus, coming down the pit lane as well. He's managed to keep his tyres in some sort of drivable shape up to the end of lap 8. It's a good start from the Williams boys. We're back out ahead in Richie. No repeats of the problems that we had in Barcelona, where we lost a position to Richie due to a bit of a slow pit stop. Now, are we? No, we're not going to keep ahead of Fibes. We're back down to 6th. Will it be 6th? Will Gaddleho maybe beat us out? No, Gaddleho hasn't been able to beat us out of the pits, and we stay in 6th. Lap 10, we have a safety car. We don't know what the safety car is for. Maybe someone's gone off, but we've got a safety car here on lap 10. So we're coming down the main straight now. The safety car train is probably quite a way ahead of us, as we're a good pit stop behind. Oh, we've just lost 2 to a disconnection. What is going on here? That's Fibes and Liam out. We've overtaken the safety car. That's perfectly legal. Nothing wrong with that. But we've lost 2 drivers here. Oh, we've gone off as well. This really is, it's all going on at the moment here at Silverstone. And Richie's been disqualified. Richie's been disqualified for what I can only imagine is lagging into the safety car. Richie's a good driver. There's no way he just randomly, hit the safety car due to bad driving. That's going to be lagged, and that is really unlucky for Richie. But it's really thrown this race open. We've lost several cars now. Now we're pitting. We're pitting at the end of lap 12. The safety car train is just round the corner. Now the thinking behind this is the track looks like it's drying. The track's drying out, and we know the safety car's going to do at least one more lap. And if we can get onto a dry tyre... Now there's a McLaren in the pits, so that's Italian Blue, and he's still on intermediates. That's an interesting choice there. Yeah, the thinking behind this, get some dry tyres on, try and creep it round, and hope that whilst the safety car's still out, that the track dries a little bit more. It's a risky strategy, but you never know. It could work here. It could work on a day like this. It could work. We've lost another. It's Freddie. Freddie's been disqualified now. Now Freddie was in the lead earlier in the race. Oh, this has really thrown this race open for anyone still actually on the track, and we're actually in a podium position now. This is 3rd place for us now. This is unprecedented for me in the Vortex Racing Leagues. End of lap 13. We've caught up the back of the safety car train. The safety car is in this lap. Track is still slightly wet though. It's going to be a real challenge to keep this car on the track. Both Italian Blue and Domino are both on intermediate tyres, and that's possibly the right tyre for the conditions as they are right now. But I think Italian Blue's thinking the same thing. The track is drying here. The track is drying rapidly, and he's dived into the pits possibly for a set of dry tyres. But for the meantime, that's put us up to 2nd place now. 2nd place in this race. Potentially a great strategic decision there under that safety car to pit and get basically a free pit stop for those dry tyres. The other drivers haven't spotted that trick, and at the moment it looks about alright for these dry tyres, that these dry tyres are going to come towards us. Domino's been able to pull away. Obviously on this lap, the intermediate tyre is still the quicker tyre. If you look at the track now, there's hardly any spray coming up off the tyres. And this is looking very good for us. Italian Blue is effectively a full pit stop behind us, remember. He pitted as the safety car came in. That really didn't work for him. And as we come around to finish lap 14, is Domino in the pits? He possibly is in the pits. Yes, Domino is in the pits and we are in the lead. This has never been seen before. I'm actually in the lead of a VRL race for the first time. We've got a 19-second lead. This strategy has really worked. And do you know what? I think this is cause for a celebration. Hit that track. So, that just happened. Anyway, it's lap 20. What's the current situation? I've just seen. The dream's over, boys. It's lap 20. We've had a few laps in the lead, but Italian Blue and Domino have closed up behind me, and now we've got a real battle on because we've got much older tyres. Although I think... No! Italian Blue's in the pits again. Italian Blue's in the pits. He must have fitted the option tyre on that pit stop earlier, and he's worn them out, and he's going to have another pit stop. So it's lap 21. The pit stop indicator's telling me to pit, but to be honest, that would be boring. We're never probably going to get this position again in the VRL race. We need to see what we can do. A pit stop now will definitely put us behind Italian Blue. Domino's probably going to take us. There's not much we can do about that, but we can have a good go at holding him up and trying to hold on to the lead for as long as possible. 5 laps to go. We're still in the lead as we go diving into turn 1. Bit of understeer because these tyres are really not happy. Domino's fishing around as we're kind of blocking his line, making sure that there's no collisions, trying to hit every single apex. We've not hit that apex at all. These tyres aren't doing great at all. We've hit that apex quite nicely, but Domino's going to have DRS here. Domino will have DRS, and that's going to be pretty hard to defend against. We're trying to use a bit of curves. Domino's up the inside. Are we going to try and cut back inside? Oh no, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. Domino sweetly overtakes, takes the lead here at Silverstone with 4.5 laps to go. Now, can we hold on for second place? That's the question now. Can we hold on for second place from a charging Italian Blue? Lap 23, or the end of lap 23. We've got a car up behind us. It's Gadelho. But as we come across the line to start lap 24, Domino's gone. He's absolutely flown up the road. But for now, we've got what? 3 laps to go. 3 laps to hold on to this second place and a best ever finish in a VRL race. Never mind just any VRL race, a VRL F1 race. We never even had this in GP2 last year, or last season I should say. So we're coming out of Maggots onto the Hangar Straight, and Gadelho's looking a bit wary up behind us. He's probably going to have DRS and he's going to have a little run here. We're hopefully going to try and let him have a little bit of space. Oh, he's come across on us. Oh, that's not good at all. Possibly a bit of lag in there, bit of a side pod glitch, but that's lost us what crucially could be the odd second to keep us ahead of Italian Blue. And with 3 laps, or less than 3 laps to go to the end of this race, that's really not what we wanted, especially as Gadelho was a lap down at that point. I think it was lag or a side pod glitch. A racing incident at the end of the day, but frustrating nonetheless. We're coming on to the final lap. We're still in second place, but Italian Blue, there he is. Italian Blue has been bearing down on us. He's got pretty fresh option tyres. We've got absolutely ruined prime tyres. And we've got 2 DRS zones to defend against. Italian Blue's held back a bit there. That might be quite wise. We're up on the inside. Oh, but we're understeer. There's a bag of understeer there. Italian Blue's on the inside. He's taken the position, and I don't think we're going to have DRS either. No, we've not got DRS, and that is probably it. A great drive from Italian Blue to take that second place back. But that is probably it. But this is still going to be our first ever podium in VRL, and that's something. That's something we've never had before. Domino has come across the line to win. Italian Blue, you can just see him going through the final corner. He's going to take second place. But here it is. The tyres may be ruined, but it's a first ever podium in VRL for me. There's the final result then. Domino takes the win in the Caterham. Italian Blue takes second, a great boost for his championship campaign. Us in third. Tyler takes home good points in fourth, with Gadelho last of the finishers in fifth. Liam and Matt take sixth and seventh in the end. SS Power eighth. Who's that in ninth? Oh, that'll be Freddie. Freddie in ninth with the harsh disqualification, and Richie in 10th as well with another harsh disqualification. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I definitely did. On the screen are 2 videos that you may be interested in. One is the previous VRL highlights reel I did, and the other one is an upcoming episode of 3 Laps 3 Topics. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button in the top right hand corner. I've been Andrew the Blade. Thank you very much. Goodbye.